Thank you very much, Umeji, and welcome all the panelists today who are competing in the first semi-final of this AI hackathon. I am in Trivandrum today, and there is a program which is happening. And to a great surprise and satisfaction, a lot of people have come forward today to come and wish, greet, and say one thing that this hackathons actually proved that chartered accountants actually adopt technology to the last level. Number two, most importantly, the fear of people mind with regards to adoption of AI has actually been simplified to a lowest extent by each one of these panelists over a period of time. We have done close to around 6 hackathons, which means we had a close participation of 60 people. And first of its kind hackathon, which was being done by the employees, among the employees, was also a great success. It was a surprise for the entire institute that, within the institute, there are so many enthusiasts who are actually willing to adopt to this AI culture. Friends, first of all, let me thank each one of these panelists who actually made to feel that AI is very simple. It is not complicated. It cannot be complicated than a CA curriculum. And it's been very simple and subtly done with live examples every time on different aspects. I don't think, Umeji, that we have come across two similar presentations which are being made by two different people, which itself is a big surprise. Manu sir, you have been always there with us in Institute from the Technology 4 point of view. But the most important part is the adoption is gone to a different level. You started your journey of discussing on AI by using ChatGPT and many other tools, which were actually happening in conferences. And today, let us see, we are seeing that people at large level in India and international are able to watch and understand what AI can actually do in their practice, their business, or maybe in the industry in which they work. By one point which I would like to put forward before you, because this is a first semi-final, and reaching up to first semi-final itself with 10 panelists, unfortunately, one is down with some other emergency. Otherwise, the 9 ones. Most of the time, people are thinking that the programs which are being conducted by ICI are focused on only practicing member. But this particular sessions which we have done were not for only practicing sessions, but also for the people who are working in industry, people who are decision makers, people who are business owners. They also have watched these videos and understood how simplified accounting, tax, and compliance can be. And that is a message which we try to give you all. Before we move forward, this is the first of its kind semi-final. First of all, thanks to the President, Vice President who trusted us and gave this approval to take you through all these hackathons. And also one of the important points, if you see the background today, has two important logos. One is the 75 years of ICI, and number two is the AIS, which is the AI Summit, which we are going to hold on 16th and 17th of July in Hyderabad. Just imagine, without any advertisement, we have crossed 200 registrations. Without advertisement, and we are 1.5 months ahead of time. What I'll do is, I'll request Vishnu, if Vishnu is available.
Yes, sir.
Vishnu?
Yes, sir.
Can I request you to kindly play the video of AI Summit, which we are going to have it in Hyderabad?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Vishnu, for running this video. And the contribution comes from each one of you guys who are actually panelists today to give us motivation that people are interested to watch what Institute is doing and the way we are actually moving forward, the kind of views which have actually come on all the YouTube channel is unmatchable. Certain things have crossed more than 50,000 viewerships with regards to the panel discussion what we had. Plus, every branch is behind us to check out what can be done on the AI thing for the benefit of members. So a lot of such things are actually moving in. So this being the first of its kind semi-final, we welcome each one of you, and thanks to everyone who is participating in form of later viewing also. Thank you all for giving it a positive boost so that our enthusiasts are actually here to give more and more to the society back. So with this, let us start. Over to you, Meji, for taking it forward.
No, one thing which I liked about Deepak was he's right that you need not know the coding or programming as such. Mayurji and Manu sir, the point is basically a universe of AI is larger than what we can imagine. So when you look at certain things, when you talk about data analytics, when you talk about big data, or you talk about a software that need to be used, or RPAs that need to be used. See, technically what is happening is there are all predefined structures which are there, which undoubtedly a small portion of that should be known to people. Though AI can be directly defined in one particular manner, but it has also got indirect way of doing certain things. And I think, Deepak, we have made the life of chartered accountants easier by showing this approach. And in time to come, I think there will be more people who will come and share certain other tools as well. So compliments to you, and thanks. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
So
I
thank
think
you.
your area of GST, you can talk more about it rather than me talking or any other person talking on it. Very much, Pranjal, for giving the presentation, because I'm always excited when I see the graphical presentation.
Where is Pranjal? Yeah.
I've always got excited when I see the graphical presentation because pictures speak more than the language sometimes. And in the financial world, it is basically the pictures which actually move forward in a true spirit. And I think if we are able to drill down to any level, then it makes a whole lot of sense. However, friends, let me tell you one thing very importantly, just going away a little moment for a moment from the discussion is, Umeshji, with your permission, because this entire hackathon is chaired by you, I'll take a permission for all the members and rather who are actually participating here as a panel hackathon specialist. One request which I have, tomorrow is going to be one big day again in the institute process, because we are actually hosting an expression of interest for all those companies which are actually developed different kind of AI tools. What is going to happen is we have completed the tendering process and we have awarded to develop the AI tool to the partner of Microsoft, gold partner of Microsoft. And what we have done is, one is a tool which is going to be exclusively for the purpose of ICI, one thing. Number two is basically I request you all people to put forward in your social media so that you can reach out to all those startups or might be those companies which are actually developing different kind of AI tool, data analytic tool, which will actually enable us to list these people once we do a technical evaluation, to list these tools, right, on the ICI AI Hub. We are actually coming out with the concept of AI Hub, which is going to actually empanel all these people who are used having different kind of tools that can be effectively used. So this all will matter a lot. My best wishes to Pranjal. Sorry, Umesh bhai, I just took a little deviation only for making people know that that message which will be circulated to all, and it will be hosted on the institute website as well as AI website and social media. If you are able to share, the only advantage of sharing is going to be some people might not be visiting our sites or might be our pages on social media. They will get connected in some or the other form, and that will be available for the members at large in time to come. Over to you, Umesh. Thank you. I think Umesh has disappeared for some reason, so let me pitch in. There are two things, Mayur. What I have done in my offices in the recent past is we are actually putting this entire data of 5 years, 6 years, 7 years client files which are there quarter on quarter, and certain experimenting is being done by our office. Now, my presentations which I am making it before the audience also, I've taken certain example what do you say, Vijay has been talking about, in a sense, like, when I compiled all 5 years data, technically what happens is 90-95% of the thing is similar when we do audit. But important point is that, people change, not the client. So what we all have to understand is, friends, one thing which I would like to tell, clients are predominant and important for our practice. Though might be an article things that I am repeatedly doing a job, but for a firm, it is important that the client is retained, and the retention goes for a longer period of time. The data which has been put into certain folders in different forms, this can actually move to certain cloud, and this cloud attach it with a GPT, and I think you can see the magic which is coming in. Point number one. So the most important point is knowledge, which is very important because the tool universe. Number two is, you talked about DAB and AI to come forward. So let me just tell you all, friends, today I'll tell you, it will be a decision taken between me and Umeshji to actually call for an exclusive expert meet who can actually develop a tool which can actually be very step-by-step process oriented approach can be developed, which will be given to all the members. But third important point, which is very important, Mayur, I think you will agree, Manu sir will agree, Umesh and I have been talking to it on a continuous basis. In some instances, I spoke to Vijay also on that matter. Please understand to what extent free is going to be there. Please understand. If I give a best tool also, you need to have a tutor, right? So those people who are experts in this particular area, kindly pay them. Don't expect every time that everything is going to come free of cost. People put their time, energy, effort. The point is that by doing and learning certain things and creating a habit in the system, you yourself will save few thousands and lakhs of rupees in the entire process. So my request to you is, reach out to some of the best trainers who are there, who can teach small tools in a proper manner. Pay them certain amount, because you are also going to gain out of it. That is very important. The time and energy and effort which you are going to put in to do trial runs and a trial and error model is not going to give you any great benefit. It is important that we all understand there is an expert sitting there, and there's a person who is actually going to be with us, who will give that the learning curve become almost zero, because the person expert will come, like example Vijay and all other people who have come. These people come, talk, and they'll give a complete training which is customized to the firms, customized to the clients. It's a very good opportunity to collaborate with such expert, because one side your client benefit. Mayur, this is very important, where everyone has to understand. When a client is there, don't think about practice alone in mind. Client also has a similar kind of problem. If this kind of benefits can be given to client, I'm promising you one thing, rather than being calling as cost center, you will be called as a profit center, or might be value add center. So these are certain things which we need to understand, though it is out of box, or might be to certain extent, I'm just putting it in the mind of people only and only from a point of view that, this benefits can come when you pay. There are tools which are available free of cost, but you should know which is the tool which is available free of cost, and number two, for what purpose I should be using, in what circumstances I am using. So this, I think, discussion was very interesting. I enjoyed it. I was watching the entire discussion.
Like questions allowed?
Thank you very much. No, because
Yeah, questions are allowed.
all my thoughts. Rishit trickled all my thoughts, which I was doing all my experimenting, and I did it with one of my companies, and it was a good surprise. Like, I'll just take you through this. I'm sharing you. I hope you'll be able to see the screen shortly. Are you able to see the screen shortly?
Yes, boss.
So technically what has happened is, I'll just take you through a presentation. I think you got the screen now. Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. The screen is
So what I have done is basically, one particular company, I have put all the reports in of 5 years, which I was telling, which I just mentioned when one of the panelists was delivering. See, I'll just take you. This is a 5 years annual reports of different companies, but this I'm not going to talk. But I'm going to talk about what Rashid has actually tested. See, Mayur bhai, I think you should see this. This is a report which I shared, which has all the issues which are relating to certain industry. And now in this particular thing, I'm going to ask, when I put all the reports together in the folder, friends, this is something which you all can actually relate to what Rishi is saying and understand. Please list down the issues relating to, right, mining activity for internal audit. If you just see this, I am just going to put, Rashid, whatever you have said, you need to assess. Umesh bhai, are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Findings are
Right.
coming directly out of the analysis.
Right? Let it come. I am just going to show you something more in this, which is touched by Rashid. Now I'm going to tell it kindly. Please put this issues in tabulated form with, right, recommendation and implications. Okay, just see this, Mayur bhai.
Great. You can also add Excel also and as an output file. It gives in Excel also.
Yes, yes. So why I wanted to share this was primarily to take you all people to a discussion where I thought, it's very important for people to know that we are only preaching or we are also practicing. And thanks to Rishi, who actually tickled my thought process in a form that, we are able to showcase people that look, when we as a council member are trying to do our level best to give you the best, that means we are going through a process of our own learning. And that own learning is actually coming at a cost, because morning to evening we have to be available for people and night we have to be available for self. So that is the way we are working. Just thought I'll share with you, though you can give me rating, but doesn't matter if you don't.